If the Allisons make too many turnovers, they could be in trouble. But this is easy. This is going to be good for the Allisons because they're going to probably end up playing this team again in the regional in a couple weeks because the draw is this Sunday for the draw for the sectional tournament and for the regional tournament. So the Allisons could meet them again along the road to the state finals, hopefully.
The Allisons down the Panthers last year down at Evansville Reitz. But this year could be a different story. We sure hope not. But as Hank mentioned, the Panthers with a very balanced scoring attack. But the Allisons last night, or Friday night, against the Evansville North Huskies, a very balanced scoring attack. In that ball game, Justin Lowe led the Allisons with 18 points, and John Hayden added 12. Derek Cardinal had 15 on Friday night. Charles Heddy had 11. Dan Cleveland had 8. So you see the Allisons there on the screen getting ready for the battle between the Lincoln Allisons and the Panthers. The Allisons a very balanced scoring attack also, so I think we're in for a real great ball game.
Yeah, it should be great. One thing also to look for is we talked about Corey Brunson. He'll be number 22 on your screen for Reitz. He's a deadly outside three-point shooter, as Baumgart was last night for North. He's a lot better than Baumgart because he's a senior. He's going to be a great player in this contest. They also got to watch him. They also got to keep Greg Garrison off the boards. There are two main tasks they also have to keep. If they do those two things and play well without the turnovers and everything, they could get a victory tonight, but it's going to be a tough game for both ball clubs.
We've got a couple of very tough number 22s. Corey Brunson, of course, for the Reitz Panthers, and Clint Barmas for the Allisons. Barmas, the leading three-point man on the Allison squad, and Brunson, the leading three-point shooter on the Panthers group. So really, we could see a lot of outside play this afternoon, and both ball clubs can push it down inside, too. As you take a look at the Allisons on your screen, waiting to be introduced to this rather really small hometown crowd compared to Friday night's crowd. This game, of course, was supposed to have been played on January 17th, and because of inclement weather, was delayed until February 15th. And now, PA announcer Gary Hackney is set to introduce the ball clubs. First of all will be the visitors, the Evansville Reitz Panthers. They're coached by Mike Adams. He's assisted by Jim Brinkmeyer and Joe Patton. At one of the forward slots for the Panthers, Wes Atterbury, averaging 16 points a game, stands 6'2", 165-pound junior. Wes Atterbury will be at one of the forward slots tonight. At the other forward, 6'1", 150-pound junior, Matt Bradfield, averaging 9.8 points a game. He's the other forward, so it's Atterbury and Bradford at the forward slots. At one guard, Corey Brunson. Here's the man we've been telling you about, the leading scorer, averaging almost 18 points a game for the Panthers, 5'11", 150-pound senior. And at center, Greg Garrison, 0-0. 6'4", 185-pound senior, averaging 15 points a game. And the other guard will be Derek Grimm, 5'8", 135-pounder, averaging 7.1 a game. So Brunson averages 17.9, Atterbury 16 points, Garrison 15.1, Bradfield 9.8, and Derek Grimm 7.1. So that's a lot of points being scored by the starting five of the Evansville Reitz Panthers. They're coached, of course, by Mike Adams. He picked up his 100th win on Friday night up at Terre Haute South. Now the Allisons being introduced here at Alice Arena. Gene Miller, in his 16th year as head coach of the Vincennes Lincoln Allisons, has compiled his 367-138 record. Clint Barmas, number 22, the three-point threat we told you about, 6'2", 175-pound senior, averaging 9.6 a game. He had 3 points in that contest against Evansville North on Friday night. The other guard, John Hayden, 6'1", 180-pound junior, averaging 5.8 a game. He had 12 points in the contest with the Huskies. And big 6'8", 200-pound junior Charles Eddy will be at one of the forward slots tonight. He averages 16.8 points a game. And Justin Lowe, we have him listed at center tonight. 6'5", 205-pound junior, averaging 4.7 a game, had 18 points in the contest against the Huskies. And Derek Cardinal will be at the other forward slot, 6'2", 180-pound senior, averaging 10 points a game. He had 15 points against the Huskies. So for the Allisons, it's Hayden and Barmas at the guards, Heddy and Cardinal at the forwards, and Justin Lowe in the center position. Lowe had his season-high 18 points against Evansville North on Friday night. We hope he and Heddy can combine to do that again this afternoon against another Evansville Ball Club.
One of the reasons they added Justin Lowe to the lineup because of his great game last night. Also the prowess of his rebounding skills inside. They're really going to need him because Reitz is, as we mentioned, they're a quick team. They're a physical team. They're just a well-rounded, probably one of the best teams in Evansville, if not the best. Them and Boston are fighting for the SIAC title down in Evansville. But they also need to have a good impression on tonight's game, or actually today's game. I keep on saying tonight.
Doesn't matter.
It's an afternoon game, but today's game is going to be crucial because they'll probably meet down the road, as I mentioned, in the regional.
It'll probably be on TV during the nighttime, Hank, so you're right. Tonight's game. Charles Eddy and 00 Greg Garrison jump at the center of the court. Getting to this game underway. It's tipped by the Huskies, but it actually came down too far before it was tipped, so we'll jump it over again. The Huskies with a Panthers at 12-5 record, and the Owls is 12-6. Very evenly matched ball clubs. It's up, and Hetty tips it, and it's controlled by John Hayden almost. Now he has control of it on the floor. He rolls it over to Charles Hetty, and Hayden with the ball now for the Owls as the game is underway. Hayden comes to the near side. Round to Clint Barmas. Hetty takes the jumper. Too hard, no good. Rebound hauled in by Brunson for the Panthers. He's across the 10-second mark. Left side it goes to Bradfield. Baseline now in the paint. Up and good by Wes Atterbury. So Atterbury draws first blood of the contest. The Panthers on top. 2-0 ball game just underway. Lowe's has the pass down low. And he is fouled by Bradfield, I believe. Number 11, Matt Bradfield, picks up his first personal foul, the first foul of the ball game.
As we talked about Reitz earlier, Corey Brunson gets the first rebound of the game. The shortest guy on the floor gets the rebound, races up the floor. And Reitz is going to take a lot of high percentage shots. They're a good shooting team, a good defensive team, both ways of the floor.
Quinn Barnes looking to get it in. He does to Justin Lowe in the corner, right down in front of you. John Hayden now with the basketball for the Owls. Barnes a baseline jumper, too hard. Rebound Cardinal, takes a shot, back up off the glass, no good. Ball's loose, now picked up by Garrison of the Panthers. 7 minutes to play in the first quarter. And Grimm goes over to Garrison with a pass. Now to Bradfield, left wing. Long shot up and good again by Wes Atterbury. So Atterbury has 2 quick buckets and gives the Panthers a quick 4-0 lead. 6:45 remaining in the first period. The Owls and the Panthers here at the Owls Arena. Derek Cardinal's pass goes to Clint Barmas. The Panthers in a man-to-man defense. Cardinal has a free shot, takes it. Nice shot by Derek Cardinal. Got 15 points in Friday night's contest against the Huskies and brings his Owls to within 2, 4-2. The Panthers on top of the Owls here in the first quarter of the basketball contest. Garrison with the basketball, guarded by Justin Lowe. He takes it to the bucket. Nice block by Lowe. Garrison has a backup, no good. Rebound goes high. Charles Eddy. Charles brings it across the 10-second mark himself. Bounces it over to Derek Cardinal. Now back to Mr. Hetty. Guarded by Garrison. Bounce pass down low to Justin Lowe. Over the head of John Hayden. Out of bounds to the Panthers. With 5:58 to go first quarter. Reitz on top of the Owls is 4-2. As I mentioned, we're really expecting a tough ball game, and so far it has been that way. Bradfield's pass comes in to Grimm. Grimm will take it across the 10-second mark. Derek Grimm on the dribble, now picks it up, guarded very closely by John Hayden. Comes back to Brunson. Now Brunson, a very definite three-point threat. Bradfield will take the three, and nope, it was on the line. A nice shot by Matt Bradfield. 6-2. The Panthers on top of the Owls. Here's Clint Barnes with the basketball. Comes over to John Hayden on the near side. Clock down to 5:25 first quarter. Hetty with the ball now for the Owls on baseline. Nice baseline move, turnaround jumper. Got it. Got the roll. Hetty's first bucket of the night. He had 11 points against the Huskies on Friday night. Grimm's bounce pass. Bradfield fakes the shot, loses the handle. Picked up by Garrison, up and good by Greg Garrison. First bucket of the night for Garrison, an 8-4 Panther lead. 5 minutes exactly to go now in the first quarter. John Hayden dribbles around out front, now to Barmas. Barmas short jump shot, too short. Hauled in by Atterbury. Atterbury on the run, looks to his right. Well, actually no pass to his right, but a travel called against Derek Grimm. A no-look pass is what I meant to say.
Yeah, one thing you can notice about Rice, they got a definite game plan. They want to try to put a lot of pressure on John Hayden and try to make him give up the ball and try to make the Alice's other players handle the ball, because Hayden is the most definite ball handler on the team, so they're putting a lot of pressure on Hayden, letting other people take control of the ball.
Derek Cardinal now with the basketball for the Alice's on the far side of the court. Barmas over to Hayden now. 4.5 to go. Justin Lowe with the basketball. Turnaround jumper. No. Tipped up and good. We'll give that to Lowe, I guess, but actually I think it was tipped by Garrison. So we got a little help there. It didn't count. The scoreboard does not have it up there.
Yeah, it should count. I don't think they marked it up.
They haven't marked it up yet. There they did. 8-6 now, yeah. Foul against Derek Cardinal, reaching in on Matt Bradfield. And now they have the score 6-6. It's actually 8-6. The Panthers.
Should be 8-6.
Yeah, 8-6. 4 minutes, 10 seconds to go, first quarter. 8-6, a 2-point Panther lead as the ball comes in all the way across the court to Clint Barmas. Now he'll give it back to John Hayden. Hayden on the dribble all the way, backs it out, has it knocked out of his hands, out of bounds to the Alice's. 4:02 to go, first quarter.
Yeah, I think the official scorekeeper's checking it right. The scoreboard has it 6-6, but I got the score as 8-6 here.
I have it 8-6 also, yeah. I think we're right this time, hey. No, usually we are. Pass comes in deep to John Hayden. Yeah, they just changed them on the scoreboard. Now they heard us talking. Hetty up and good. Nice feed from Hayden to Hetty. And Charles puts it in for his 4th point of the afternoon. Ties it up at 8 apiece with 3:45 to go, first period. Brunson to the baseline, and he is fouled. Brunson fouled by the Alice's with 3:45 to go in the first quarter. That foul will go against Justin Lowe. So Lowe picks up his first personal foul, first team foul. The Panthers have 2 team fouls here in the first quarter. Wes Atterbury to inbound the ball, baseline left, gets it in to Brunson. Around to Garrison, 3-pointer on the way, too hard, no good. The ball's loose, and Barmas scoops it in for the Alice's. Ahead to John Hayden. John looking for someone baseline right, didn't find anybody there, goes to Cardinal. Cardinal fakes the shot, and a foul call on John Hayden underneath. Didn't see what that infraction was all about, but the official very quickly called a foul on Hayden.
Yeah, I think they're going to hit Hayden with a moving pick down there. They called the block. That's an indication of a moving pick. So Hayden just being his aggressive self down there picks up the personal foul.
3.5 to go first quarter. We're tied 8 apiece. The Alice's and the Panthers of Evansville Reitz. Graham across the 10-second mark against John Hayden. Aggressive John Hayden. Hey, aggressive kicks it into the hands of Charles Hetty. Now back to Hayden. Hayden to the bucket, hard up and good. I think that foul made him a little angry. Gives the Alice's the lead first time in the ball game. 10-8, 3:05 to go, first quarter. Garrison down low, bounces it all alone to Atterbury, up and good. Atterbury now with 6 points. And we're tied at 10 with 2:55 remaining first quarter. Hayden's pass to Cardinal, long baseline jumper, pretty shot by Derek Cardinal. He has 4. Lincoln now with another 2-point lead. 12-10 as Grimm gets the ball from Brunson across the 10-second mark slowly against John Hayden. Left to Garrison. Garrison short jumper up and good. Nice move to the bucket by Garrison. Garrison has 4 now. Again, we're tied with 2.5 to go first quarter. Hayden's pass over to Barmas. Now to Derek Cardinal, baseline left. He fakes the shot, drives baseline, and he is fouled by Bradfield. Matt Bradfield, the 6'1", 150-pound junior, picks up a personal foul. That's the team's 3rd foul.
One thing you can notice about this game, both teams really racing the ball up the floor for the made basket or even off the rebound. Both point guards, Grimm and Hayden, race the ball up the floor. And we're going to have substitution into the game, but both teams really check into the game real well. They really wanted to go real quick up the floor.
John Dearlam comes into the game for the Panthers, and he'll replace Matt Bradfield momentarily. Cardinal has the ball on a pass from Clint Barmas, a high pass. We're tied 12 apiece, 2:15 to go first quarter. Lincoln and the Panthers, long cross-court pass to Cardinal. He'll take the jumper, got it, pretty shot by Cardinal, his 6th point of the night. And he leads the Alice's with 6, and the Alice's with a 2-point lead now, exactly 2 minutes to go in first quarter. Garrison's pass goes to Brunson. Brunson yet to score. Probably shouldn't have said that.
I don't think he shot the ball yet.
Don't think so. Hey, taken away by Charles Eddy. Here comes Big Charles ahead to Derek Cardinal. Short jumper, got it! Cardinal now with 8 points, leading all scorers in the first quarter. Lincoln now with the biggest lead of the quarter, 16-12. Lincoln on top, 1:35 remaining first quarter. Grimm with a nice move. Takes a left to Atterbury. Atterbury in the wings on the dribble. Now gives it up to Dearlam. Around to Brunson. Brunson takes the pass to Atterbury. Nice pass from Brunson to Atterbury, and Atterbury has 8. But Lincoln still with a 2-point lead. 1:15 to go first quarter. Hayden, nice bit of dribbling out front. Heady, 3-point land on the far side. Now closer, takes the jumper. Got it! Dick Charles with 6. Lincoln again with a 4-point lead. 1:05 to go first quarter. 18-14 Lincoln on top of the Evansville Reitz Panthers. Atterbury with the basketball. Can't get it down low to Garrison, so he gives it over to Dearlam. Back to Brunson in the paint. He'll dish it behind the back pass. Nice, beautiful pass.
Wow.
To Atterbury from Brunson.
That was nice.
Real pretty. But Lincoln still with a 2-point lead, and looks like the Alices may try to hold the ball for one final shot here in quarter number 1. Hayden and Barmas out front with it on the left side. Down to 30 seconds to go in the first period. Lincoln with an 18-16 lead.
As we mentioned, Brunson has not scored yet, but he's done a lot passing the ball. He's had a lot of assists, about 3 or 4 assists. Hasn't taken any shots yet. That's why he hasn't scored, but he's been the leader of the offense so far.
He's played a major part in the 16 points that the Panthers have in the first quarter. But Lincoln has 18 points, a 2-point lead. Now the clock winds down to 10 seconds to go first quarter as Hayden has the basketball. He'll dish it over to Cardinal. Cardinal open baseline left. Too short, no good. Rebound Garrison. Ahead to Dearlam. Dearlam dishes it off to Brunson. Brunson will shoot and got it. No, it wasn't Brunson. That was Grimm. Grimm has his first bucket of the night right at the end of the first quarter. And the first quarter sees an 18-18 tie. A very good ball game as we anticipated. And we're looking forward to the second quarter, so keep it right here on Wabash Cablevision, Channel 23, back in 60 seconds.
We've been satisfying the world's best critics for over 20 years.
So, my car's ready to be picked up, huh?
That's right.
Can't tell where I got hit, huh?
No, sir.
Good as new, huh?
Yes, sir. Good as new.
Well, it was right over here. Right. Let's see, it was on the... Good as new, huh?
That's right. Good as new. Bring your Rex to Rex. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. Rex's Body Shop in Vincennes. Image is everything. One chance for a first impression. Make the right decision. Ewing Printing is state-of-the-art, utilizing a 6-color press that shows all colors and is proof before the job is printed. Our color copier prints variable image sizes, picture perfect. In-house graphic design, a Linetronic color separator. Ewing Printing is the area's licensed printer to print doctor prescription pads. Ewing, because image is everything.
Play as the Panthers come out with the basketball. And Grimm has it for Evansville Reitz. Panthers are tied 18 apiece. In just a minute, we'll get some time. I'll have Hank recap the first quarter scoring for you. Down low to Garrison. He fights his way to the bucket. And it won't go down, but it's fouled by Justin Lowe. It's 2 on Lowe. Hank, what we have a second here. If you want to go through the first quarter stats for us.
Yeah, scoring in the first half, Reitz was led by Wes Atterbury. Atterbury had 10 points in the first quarter. 4 points for Garrison and 2 points for Matt Bradfield and Derek Grimm. For the Alices, they were led by Derek Cardinal. Cardinal had 8 points. Charles Heady had 6. John Hayden had 2. And Justin Lowe was credited with 2, even though Garrison tipped it in. So that's a scoring in the first quarter.
Garrison's first shot up and good from the free throw stripe. Garrison is a 48% free throw shooter. And while Hank was giving you those stats, Justin Lowe was replaced by Daniel Cleveland. Here's Garrison's second free throw of the night. No good. Rebounded, hauled in by John Hayden. Alice is down by 1 as the second quarter just got underway. 19-18. Panthers on top. Cardinal now with the basketball. Now back to John Hayden. Top of the key. Hayden with the basketball. The Panthers in a 3-2 zone defense. Double teamed on Heady. Taken away by Garrison. No, Atterbury. And he'll give it up to Derek Grimm. Grimm's pass goes around to Dearlam. Long shot by Brunson. Long three. No good. Cleveland hasn't. He fouled by Greg Garrison. Crucial foul on Garrison. Rather a kind of a no-thinker.
Yeah, that last time on defense, Reitz was in his zone, but they're kind of a small team right now. They subbed a little bit, and they got Garrison. Well, Garrison will check out. So now they're even a smaller team in there, and I think they're going to have trouble with Heady inside. And if Cardinal or Cleveland goes down inside, they're going to have trouble trying to defend them because they're kind of in a 3-2 zone. or maybe a 3-2 zone, try to protect the outside shot a little bit more, the Alice's.
Yep. Mueller came in to replace Garrison that time. Cardinal now with the basketball for the Alice's. Down by 1. 7 minutes to go, first half. Hyden's pass to Barmas around the Cardinal. Long jumper by Cardinal, no good. Rebound hauled in by Grimm. Derrick on the drive, across the 10-second mark, ahead to Atterbury. Fakes a shot, drives hard baseline, lays it up, and a blocking foul called against Daniel Cleveland. And Atterbury hurt his ankle when he went down on the floor. And Atterbury has 12 points in the first half, and he'll go to the free throw strike, trying to make it a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Cleveland's foul was the fourth team foul for the Alice's. Now both teams have 4 fouls here in the first half.
I think Atterbury might have hurt his ankle, but also he's holding the back of his head. He might have hit his head on the ground, too.
It looks like it. Top and bottom. Atterbury, 6'2", 165-pound junior, averages 16 points a game, has 12 so far, 13 with that free throw. So Atterbury has almost his average here in the first half. Still 6:45 to go in the first half. Pass thrown away over the outstretched hands of Clint Barmas to the Panthers. Panthers now with a 4-point lead. And Atterbury checks out holding his right hip. Now we were all three, the top, middle, and bottom.
There, Reitz, you saw him change up. They with the press, trying to make the Alice's hurry too much. They had a break there, but the little mistakes by the Alice's are going to hurt them. That's what we talked about, turnovers and Reitz.
Graham with the basketball now for the Reitz Panthers around the left side in the wing all the way to the bucket. Puts it up too short, no good. Cardinal has the rebound for the Alice's, almost taken away by Graham. Now to John Hyden. 6:25 to go, first half. Panthers 22, the Alice's 18. Barmas now with the ball for the Vincennes Lincoln Alice's. Long pass to Derek Cardinal, almost over his head. Down low to Hetty. Hetty fights toward the bucket, puts it up. Good! Nice, strong baseline basket move by Charles Hetty.
Yeah, Reitz didn't have anybody in there to stop him inside.
Lincoln now only down by 2 as Grimm passes the ball to Mueller. Left side it goes to Bradfield. Back to Brunson now on the dribble. Under 6 minutes to go, first half. Lincoln down by 2. Dearland with the basketball for the Evansville Reitz Panthers. To Grimm, around to Brunson. Brunson to the bucket. Stops. Dishes it under his shoulder and got it. Brunson's first bucket of the night. 24-20. But as we mentioned earlier, Brunson has played a big role in the scoring, even though he's only had 1 bucket. Lincoln down by 4 with 5:35 to go, first half. Barmas looks down low to the baseline. Can't get it in. Around the horn it goes to Cardinal. He'll take the long 3. Oh, no good. Cleveland and Hetty both went up the rebound and went off their fingertips out of bounds to the Evansville Reitz Panthers. Here comes Craig Curzan and Mark Beasley into the ball game now for the Alice's. John Hyden will sit down along with Daniel Cleveland. 4-point lead by the Panthers with 5:26 remaining first half. 24-20. Lincoln down by 4. Graham with the basketball across the 10-second mark against Mark Beasley. His pass will go down low to Bradfield, up and good. Pretty shot by Bradfield. Had to fight a couple defenders off and put it through. Evansville Reitz now with a 6-point lead. Curzan baseline with the ball. Round to Cardinal. Beasy now to Barmas on the far side. Round the horn. Curzan with the basketball. Under 5 minutes to go. First half. The Alice's to Barmas. Try to get in the Cardinal. Tipped away and hauled in by Bradfield. Ahead to Grimm. 4:45 to go, first half. Grimm takes it all the way, coast to coast, too short on the layup. And Curzan goes up for the rebound, and he's fouled by Mueller. 4:43 to go in the first half. Lincoln down by 6. 26-20. And Mitch Roth into the ball game, and Clint Barmas will get a rest. A very fast pace up and down the court action.
Yeah, what Gene Miller's doing right there, he wants Mitch Roth in the game. They haven't had anybody shoot the ball. Cardinals been taking the majority of the shots, and Gene Miller wants to get somebody in there to shoot it. Barmas had been shooting the ball out of the corner, so they're going to try to get Mitch Roth in there to shoot the ball.
Roth, a good 3-point shooter. Beasy just inside the top of the key. No, nice tip by Hetty, won't go down. Rebound by Hetty, and he's fouled. Hetty's fouled by Mueller. Mueller pleading his case, but won't do any good. He's called for his second personal foul within about 15 seconds.
We got the rest. They both called the foul, but one of them said 2 shots, and one of them said it before the shot, so we'll see what they'll do.
Okay.
They're going to say out of bounds.
Oh, so he will not get a shot. Lincoln down by 6, 26-20. 4:31 remaining first half. Jay Williams getting ready to come into the contest for the Panthers, and he will come in now. We'll see who he'll replace. 4:31 to go first half. Lincoln down by 6. And he replaced Mueller. Williams 6'4".
He's just in there trying to stop Hetty inside because Garrison's not in there. They need somebody to guard Hetty, but the Owls has got two potent three-point shooters in Curzan and Roth in the game.
Roth to Curzan. Baseline left, now to Beasy, way out on the perimeter. Beasy on the floor a couple of times with the dribble over to Mitch Roth. Curzan, top of the key, long shot by Curzan. It won't go down. Ball's loose, hauled in by Atterbury. Wes Atterbury. All the way to the bucket. Looked like it traveled, but pass down to Bradfield, and it goes in for his 6th point of the night. Biggest lead of the night now for the Panthers. It's 8 points, 28-20, 4 minutes to go in the first half. Craig Curzan with the basketball for the Lincoln Alices. To Cardinal, over to Hetty. Charles double teamed. Nice move to the bucket, hard off the glass, and good shot by Charles Hetty. 10 points on the night for Sir Charles. Cuts the Panther lead to 6. 3-pointer on the way. Good by Bradfield. Bradfield has 26 3-pointers on the year now. 31-22 lead by the Panthers. 3.5 to go first half. 3-pointer by Beasy on the way. Got it! Trading 3-pointers. Mark Beasy, his first 3-pointer of the night. 31-25 now. Lincoln with a 6-point deficit. Around the perimeter to Mark Brunson. Goes the pass down low to Williams. Williams hands it off to Bradfield. He puts it in for his 11th point of the night. And now timeout called by the Vincennes Lincoln Alices. With 3:08 to go in the first half. The Panthers on top of the Alices 33-25. Be back in 30 seconds on Wabash Cablevision Channel 23.
Snyder's Body Shop. We've been in business for over 25 years because we care about our customers. Whether it's spot repairs, complete paint jobs, use glass rich colors to guarantee the best possible finish.
Snyder Body Shop. When you care about your car, we're your next stop. We care, and we show it at Snyder Body Shop. We care, and we show it.
Snyder's Body Shop. We take the dents out of accidents.
With 3:08 to go in the first half, you see the Lincoln cheerleaders on your screen right now on the floor here at the Alice Arena. I'd like to give you the names real quick. Amanda Kosh, Ty Blythe, Christy Mattingly, Sarah Hawkins, Chrissy Klee, Heather Miller, Tiffany Westfall, Kit Grayson, Aaron Millen, Lauren Cummings, Megan Beasley, and Heather Stock. They're coached by Jane Sievers and Debbie Miller. Thank you, cheerleaders, for all the fine support you've given the Alices this year. 33-25, Lincoln down at the hands of the Panthers of Evansville Reitz.
And what's really hurt the Alice is the lack of offense, as we were talking about, because of the zone they were playing. But now they're going to try to match up man-to-man a little bit, but the zone really hurt the Alices.
Beasy with the basketball to Mitch Roth now. He'll take it back over to John Hyden. Beasy in three-point land, gets it into Hetty, and Hetty's fouled from behind by Jay Williams. Williams reached around, tried to knock the ball away, called for a personal foul. That's 16 fouls now on the Panthers. One more, and the Alices will be in the bonus. 2:52 remaining first half. 33-25, an 8-point Panther lead. Lincoln won on Friday night over Evansville North, 72-59, and the Panthers took Terre Haute South, 79-76, and Hetty would go to the free throw stripe. That's 7 there, so the Alices are now in the bonus. Charles Hetty at the free throw line, a 52% free throw shooter. He'll be shooting 1 and 1, up and good. Hetty got the first one. Hetty cuts the Reitz lead to 5. 33, no, check it, 7. 33-26. 6'8", 200-pound junior Charles Hetty got 2 in a row. Good to see the Alices hit the free throws again. 33-27 now with 2:45 remaining first half. Alices down to the Evansville Reitz Panthers. Atterbury with the basketball. Right in front of the Lincoln bench. Foul under the bucket. I believe that'll go against John Hyden. That's Hyden's second foul of the night. 2:42 to go. You see the Charles Hetty talking to John Hyden there. Mark Beasy also trying to calm John down. His second personal. Team's 5th. Bradfield gets it in deep to Grimm. Back to Bradfield. Fakes the 3. Now takes the 3. Misses. Williams with the basketball. And rebound almost taken away by Mitch Ross. Williams' shot won't go down. Into the hands of John Hyden. Here comes Beasy down the court for the Alices. 2:25 to go first half. Alices down 33-27. Beasy dribbles to the near side. John Hyden in three-point land around his man. Roth wide open, let the three fire. Got it! Mitch Roth. His first three-pointer of the night. That's what Hank would say. We need some outside three-point perimeter shooting, and Roth comes through for the Alice's. Brunson long shot. Got it. Two-pointer. Corey Brunson with 4 points now, 35-30.
There's two guys guarding each other that can both shoot the ball.
Panthers on top by 5. Under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Roth pass goes to Beasy. Cardinal and Brunson get tangled up a little bit. Roth wide open again. Baseline left. Nope, can't get this one. Cardinal has it. Up and good by Derek Cardinal. Good defensive, or rather offensive board by Derek Cardinal. Brings the Alice's back to within 3. Pass down low. Taken by Mitch Roth. Intended for Wes Atterbury, but taken by Roth. 1.5 to go in the first half. Hayden hard to the board. Up and good. John Hayden with his 4th point of the night. Brings the Alice's back to within 1. 3-pointer by Brunson. Won't go down. Nice rebound by Hayden, and looked like he tried to keep dribbling, and the official calls travel just to the right of the screen. Gene Miller up off the bench talking to the official, trying to get him to change his mind, seeing there on your screen, but no deal. Hayden did a good job of keeping the dribble going, I thought.
Yeah, we were talking about the Alice's need to score more. After that three-pointer by Mitch Roth, things started to spurt off of that.
Brunson for 3, got it. 29 three-pointers on the year for Corey Brunson. Gives his Panthers another 4-point lead with 1 minute to go in the first half. 38-34. The Panthers on top of the Alice's. Cleveland now back in the ball game. Dishes it to Charles Eddy. Hard to the bucket. Eddy, 14 points. Averaging 16.8. Lincoln now down by 2. Brunson hard to the bucket, and he is fouled. We'll see if it's on Hayden or Eddy. One of those two H's.
Yeah, it might be Hayden.
Gene Miller pleading his case. We get a shot just to the right of that. He's looking at the official. You see the official giving the signals on your screen, but Miller just to his right, his hands on his hips. There you see Gene yelling at the official. And really, rightfully so. Hayden, 3 fouls now in the first half. 47.3 seconds to go in the first half. 38-36, Lincoln down by 2. The official went over to the scorer's bench, talking to the men there. Nothing's changed. 38-36, still our score. Panthers on top by 2. Bombers back in the ball game now for the Alice's. Grimm's shot, left side, got it right on the 3-point line, or 3-point line. But that's his 4th point of the night. 40-36 with 35 seconds to go in the first half. Barmas with the basketball, baseline to the near side. Back out to Beasy. Down to 30 seconds in half number 1. Roth with the basketball. Guarded by Grimm. Now to Cleveland. Around to Barmas. Back to Roth. 20 seconds to go in the first half. Heddy with the basketball. Roth around to Beasy. Fakes the 3. To the bucket. Hard off the glass. Got it! Mark Beasy with his first 2 points of the night. 40-38. Lincoln down by 2. And 8 seconds to go in the first half. Grimm on the dribble. Tried to get around Beasy, couldn't do it. Baseline jumper to the left side, no good. Rebound, Heddy, 1 second. Long shot by Heddy, and it makes, very close. So the first half comes to an exciting close with the Alice's down by 2 points. The Alice's picked up 20 points in the second quarter, but the Panthers picked up 2 more than that. They had 22 points in quarter number 2, and the Evansville Reitz Panthers lead the Vincennes Lincoln Alice's at halftime by the score of 40-38. See it there on your screen. Keep it right here. We'll be back to recap the first half of tonight's action, and of course bring you all the exciting second half action right here on Wabash Cablevision Channel 23.
Taco Rail.
Just one taste, and you'll know that we're the place.
At some restaurants, you have to try almost every item on the menu to find one that tastes great. But at Taco Rail, everything we serve is prepared to perfection. Just one taste of one item at Taco Rail will have you saying everything is great. That's right, Taco Rail. At the corner of 6th and St. Clair in Vincennes. Taco Rail. Just one taste.
The secret to any successful recovery is to have professional care you can count on. Our goal is to provide you with full recovery from your injury. Vincent's Orthopedic has established a reputation to properly assist you with your injury, specializing in therapy that will recover you back to normal. Vincent's Orthopedic Sports Medicine Center will utilize the proper exercises for faster recovery. Take it to the professionals at Vincent's Orthopedic, located at 1019 Bayou Street, Vincennes.
Okay, we're back for second half action as the Alice's are down by only 2 points at the hands of the Evansville Reitz Panthers. And here's Hank Lopez to recap the scoring in the first half.
All right, scoring in the first half for the Reitz Panthers, they were led by Wes Atterbury. Atterbury averages 16 points a game. He had 13 points in the first half, 6 two-point field goals, and 1 free throw for 13 points. Then it was Matt Bradfield. Bradfield had 4 two-point field goals and 1 three-point field goal for 11 points. 7 points for Corey Brunson, averages around 18, only had 7 in the first half. He had 2 two-point field goals and 1 three-point field goal. 5 points for Greg Garrison, who had 2 two-point field goals and 1 or 2 from the free throw line. And 4 points for Derek Grimm, who had 2 two-point field goals. For the Alice's, they were led in the first half by Charles Hetty. Hetty had 6 two-point field goals and 2 of 2 from the free throw line for 14 points. Derek Cardinal had 5 two-point field goals for 10 points. 5 points for Mark Beasley, who had a 2-point field goal and a 3-point field goal. 4 points for John Hyden, who had 2 two-point field goals, a 3-point field goal for Mitch Robb, and a 2-point field goal for Justin Lowe, who was credited on the basket by Greg Garrison that got tipped in the other end, but Lowe was credited with the basket. That rounds out the scoring for the Alice's, who trailed by 2 at halftime. But really, if it wasn't for, as we talked about in the break, if it wasn't for that second quarter slump, the Alice's could be ahead right now. They played a little like it is going in the middle of the second quarter. Hopefully the Alice's can come out and play a lot better. Turnovers really hurt them, and the shooting has been real streaky so far. So they need to get better shooting to keep the turnovers down to win this game.
And like you know, I was talking during the break at halftime, Hank, Corey Brunson really hasn't even started to play yet. He only has 4 points. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. If he gets in the groove, the Alice is really going to have to work it out for him in the second half here. Starting the second half will be Charles Headed inbound the ball for the Vincennes Lincoln Alice's. Down by 2. The Alice's will take on Evansville Memorial on the 21st of February for the final regular season game of the year. But we've got to get by the Reitz Panthers here this afternoon yet. Hyde now with the basketball to start the second half out. Hetty hard to the bucket, up and good. Nice spin move by Charles Hetty. And he has his 16th point. That's almost his average. He's averaging 17 points a game. We're tied 40 apiece to start the second half off. Here is Garrison. Up and good for his 7th point of the night. Gives his Panthers back the 2-point lead real quickly. Hyden's pass left side of Derek Carter. He bounces into Hetty. Hetty again turns, jumps too short. No good. Rebound hauled in by Matt Bradfield as it goes high for the board. Ahead to Brunson now. There's a 3-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound, Atterbury, and he's fouled, I believe, by Cardinal. It'd be Cardinal or Barmas. I was glad to see Brunson's shot didn't go in. I was afraid that might be an indication that he might be starting to hit.
Yeah, Brunson in the first half, he was 1 of 2 from behind the arc, and there he missed. The 2 that he's missed so far have been really missed badly off the back of the rim, so hopefully the Alice's can keep him shooting the way he has been so far today.
Bradfield on the far side doesn't take the 3-pointer. Atterbury in and out, no good. Lowe tips it over very gingerly to Charles Hetty. Ahead to John Hyden now. Left side of Barmas under 7 minutes to go. Third quarter, Derek Cardinal, top of the key, didn't take the 3. Dribbled between the legs accidentally. Hetty down low, nice pass from Cardinal to Hetty, and Hetty has 18 now. Alice has tied it up again, 42-42, 6:45 to go third quarter. Grimm now over to Bradfield in the corner. Garrison's pass back to Bradfield, 3-pointer on the way by Bradfield, no good. Atterbury loses the ball out of bounds to the Alice's. Atterbury tried to say Charles Hetty knocked it out, but that was not the case.
Yeah, one thing we've been surprised to see for the Alice's, Hetty last night only had 10 to 11 points. Tonight already he's got 18 points, and really he's been posting up well inside against the bigger Greg Garrison, and Hetty's looked a lot better inside in the post tonight.
Hyden crosses the 10-second mark with 6:25 to go third quarter. We're tied 42 apiece. The Alice's have a chance to take the first lead of the second half. Barmas deep in 3-point land, didn't take the shot. Now he'll take the shot. And no, too hard, no good. Cardinal and Bradfield fight for the rebound, and Cardinal's going to be called for the personal foul. Stops clock at 6:12 in the third quarter. And that's 2 fouls now on, or his first foul. I thought maybe he had 2, but 1 foul on Derek Cardinal. Second Lincoln team foul of the second half. Here comes Grimm on a pass from Brunson, crosses the 10-second mark, now back to Corey Brunson. Down low, pass intended for Garrison, but taken away nicely by the Alice's. Charles Hetty, one of the main players in that takeaway. Hayden's pass comes back to him from Barmas. Left side to Cardinal, fakes the long shot. Hetty will take a short jumper, too hard, no good. Low, nice rebound, back up, good by Justin Lowe. That combination working greatly. Lowe now has 4 points, and the Alice's do have the first lead of the second half. 44-42, 5.5 to go, third quarter. Brunson with the basketball, goes to Grimm on the far side, now to Bradfield in the corner. Grimm back around to Brunson. Brunson to the bucket, kicks it out to Atterbury, long three, no good. Rebound, Hayden for the Alice's with a little help from Hetty. John Hyde dribbles around traffic. Left side to Charles Hetty now with 5:15 to go, third period. Lincoln could pull out to a 4-point lead, or even a 5 if they can a 3 from here. Down low to Barmas. His shot no good. Reverse no good. And Lowe will be called for going over the back with a foul with 5:05 to go in this third quarter. Lincoln with a 2-point lead. 44-42. Lincoln's Justin Lowe picks up his third personal foul. He has 4 points on the contest. He had 18 points against Evansville North on Friday night. Here comes Grimm across the 10-second mark on the far side. Now to Brunson, fakes the three, goes hard to the bucket. Nice rejection by Charles Hetty. Big hand by Hetty. Gets a big hand from the crowd. Grimm on the dribble. Brunson round to Bradfield, down to Atterbury, turnaround jumper, got it. Wes Atterbury having a good game, 15 points right now, averages 16 points a game. And we're tied again with 4.5 to go, third quarter. Hyde directing traffic as it crosses the 10-second mark. Right side now to Barmas, now to Hetty, baseline. Into Lowe, it's loose, and it causes a foul on Clint Barmas. 4:26 to go, third period, tied 44-44. We were tied at the end of the first quarter, 18 all. Lincoln was down by 2 at halftime, 40-38. Now we're tied 44-44, 4:26 to go, third quarter. Barmas checks out. Mitch Roth, the outside perimeter shooter, comes in for the Alice's.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Roth coming into the game right now. Hopefully he can get some of the 3 points going. Barmas hadn't been able to hit from the outside tonight, so maybe Roth can pick it up for the Alice's.
Bradfield's pass comes in the Grimm, around to Brunson now, to Atterbury. Baseline on the near side, guarded nicely by Justin Lowe. Three-pointer on the way, in and out, no good by Grimm, but he's fouled in three-point land. See who that foul goes against. That's the 15th foul on the Alice's. That'll be against Mitch Roth. So at the line for 3 will be an 85% free throw shooter in the form of Derek Grimm, 5'8", 135-pound junior. Averaging 7 points a game. He has 4 right now. This could tie his average if he puts all 3 through. Derek Grimm at the free throw stripe. We're tied 44 apiece. Still tied 44 apiece as Grimm misses the first one. He's 41 out of 48. He was until that shot was missed. Now he's 41 out of 49 on the season. Grimm shot again. Only 135-pounder. Up and got the roll this time. 1 point from a free throw line gives his Panthers a 1-point lead. With 4:14 to go, third quarter. Grimm again. It's good again. 2 out of 3 from the line that time for Derek Grimm. Mitch Roth has the pass almost taken away, but is fouled by Brunson. So Brunson commits a personal foul. That's the first team foul in the second half, and the Alice's fans applaud that call. They feel like the Alice's have been fouled more than that, but all those calls have not been made. Hetty with the basketball trying to get it inbounds to John Hyden. Can't get it to him, so he goes to Mitch Roth. Roth will bounce it back to Hetty. Hetty across to Hyden now with 4:05 to go, third period. Hetty with the basketball into Roth. Roth into Lowe. Lowe turns, jumps, shoots, misses. Cardinal, nice rebound, back up and good. Derek Cardinal took the ball right out of the hands of Atterbury and put it back up for the score. We're tied again, 46-46, 3:50 to go, third quarter. Brunson goes over to Grimm, now to Bradfield in the corner. Back to Grimm, into Atterbury at the free throw stripe. Brunson stops, pops, jumps, no. Rebound, Roth for the Alice's. Mitch hauls it in, slows it down. Still in the backcourt, now gets across to John Hyden with 3:25 to go, third quarter. Cardinal right on the three-point line, almost took the shot, decided not to. He'll take the three now. Derek Cardinal, in and out, no good. Rebound tipped around and brought down by Garrison. Greg Garrison with the rebound for the Panthers. Panthers could go ahead on top now by 1. We're tied by 2, 46-46. Pass comes, or maybe by 3 if Brunson hits. No, again he misses. Mitch Ross with the rebound. Brunson not on his game tonight, which is good for the Alices. Under 3 minutes to go now, third quarter. We're still tied 46-46. Hayden's pass to Cardinal left side. Down low to Hetty, almost over his head. Hetty has it taken away, but knocked out of bounds on a foul by Garrison. And the Alice's fans again up and applaud that call. The official indicating the foul on Garrison. 2:51 to go, third quarter. And at the free throw stripe is Charles Hetty. 2 out of 2 from the line for Hetty. The only Alice player to be at the free throw line tonight, and they're going to call a timeout to let Charles think about it a while. We're tied 46-46. As you take a look there, as Gene Miller gets ready to talk to his players on the bench, we'll take a 30-second timeout. Be back with more on Wabash Cablevision Channel 23.
If you're finding it hard to select a carpet or tile of your choice, then you should choose M&S Floor Covering. We've been in business for 27 years to provide the best floor covering selection in the Knox County area. To touch up those finishing touches around the house, M&S Floor Covering has the paint you can count on. With a variety of colors and styles, MAV Paint will provide that finishing touch you've been looking for. Stop by M&S Floor Covering at Upper 11th and Hart, where you can count on the best quality, service, and selection.
2:51 to go, third quarter, tied up at 46. And while we have just a minute here, I want to tell you that tickets for the McDonald's Girls Winter Sports Banquet are available at the Lincoln High School Athletic Department until Friday, February 21st. The banquet will be held on Monday, February 24th in Lincoln Cafeteria and will start at 6:30. Tickets are $8.50 each, and this banquet is to recognize the girls' swimming team and the girls' varsity and JV teams at Lincoln. Again, that's February 24th, the McDonald's Girls Winter Sports Banquet. Tickets available now up until February 21st at $8.50 each. Charles Hetty at the free throw stripe. It's up, and it's no good. Too hard off the back of the rim. His first miss from the line tonight leaves the score tied, of course, at 46 all. Big Charles, 6'8", 200-pound junior. Up and got it this time. Charles 3 out of 4 from the line. Gives the Alices a 1-point lead. 47-46 with 2:45 to go, third quarter. Brunson now with the basketball. Passes over to Matt Bradfield and out of his hands, out of bounds. So Lincoln with a timely turnover will have the ball, a chance to go up by 3. The Alices only led by 2 here in the second half. Hayden crosses the timeline, goes to Derek Cardinal on the left side. 2.5 to go in quarter number 3. Hetty wants the ball, takes the shot. No. Garrison has the ball knocked away. Low shot up, too hard, no good. Hetty goes over the back and ties up Greg Garrison, and the Reitz fans don't like that call. Alice's fans love it. 2:25 to go, third quarter. Nice play by Hetty. The arrow gives it over to the Panthers, but that means the next dual possession goes the Alice's way. Third foul on Garrison. Lincoln now with 5 team fouls in the second half, and Reitz with 2. Here comes Grimm across the 10-second mark to Brunson. Baseline to Bradfield, now to Atterbury, hard to the bucket. Low almost blocked it. He believes he blocked it. He believes he got all ball. And the official is talking to him and says, don't talk back to me like that. But Lowe did it in a nice way. He smiled when he did it. 47-46, the Alice's 1-point lead, and that brought the Alice's fans up off their seats. Lowe's going to come out and gets a nice hand from the hometown crowd here as Dan Cleveland replaces Justin Lowe. Looked like a pretty block to me, but the officials are closer to the action than we are. Atterbury is shot up and hits the front of the rim, back of the rim, and goes in. Atterbury's 2 out of 2 from the stripe tonight. We're tied 47 apiece with 2:14 to go in this third quarter of basketball action from the Alice Arena. Atterbury again. He's 3 out of 3 from the line. He has 17 points, averages 16, and gives his Panthers a 1-point lead. Roth's pass goes to Cleveland. Now back to Roth for 3. Oh, in and out, no good. Nice rebound by Hetty, up and good. Big Charles goes up for his 21st point of the night and gives the Alices a 1-point lead. 49-48, under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Brunson has the ball now for the Evansville Reitz Panthers. Gives to Derek Grimm, guarded by John Hayden. Bounces down low to Atterbury. Shot over the head of Hetty and good. Atterbury with 19 points now. And seesaw battle with a 1-point Panther lead now with 1.5 to go, third quarter. Hayden's pass goes around to Cardinal. Cardinal is to Hetty, and Hetty is pushed from behind by Bradfield. Clock stops at 1:32 in the third quarter. That's the 7th team foul now on the Panthers. Rather on the, no, third team foul on the Panthers. Third foul on Matt Bradfield. John Dearlam into the contest now, replacing Matt Bradfield. Hayden's pass comes into Roth in the corner, right in front of Gene Miller now. Derek Cardinal's pass tipped away, controlled nicely by Roth. Back to Cardinal. Cardinal's pass again off the leg of a Panther, out of bounds to the Alice's. Lucky break there for the Alice's. Maintain possession with 1:23 to go. Third quarter, Lincoln down by 1, 50-49. Mitch Ross slaps the ball, gets it into Derek Cardinal. Baseline on the right side. Derek dribbles around in the paint, jumps, pumps, and no good. Hetty back up and good. Great timing by Charles Hetty on that bucket. 23 points on the night, and Lincoln with a 1-point lead, 51-50. Graham with the basketball for the Panthers. Just about to go under 1 minute, third quarter. Garrison has the basketball. Now back to Graham. Into Atterbury. Turnaround. Jump no good. Rebound taken away by Mitch Roth. Nice move by Roth. Good hands. Hetty's pass to Hayden. Under a minute to go now. Third quarter. Cardinal with the basketball. 45 seconds to Cleveland. Three-pointer, top of the key. Hetty got her. Hayden got it. His 9th three-pointer of the year gives the Alice's a 4-point lead. Biggest lead of the second half for the Alice's. That comes with about 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Garrison to the bucket hard, lays it in, good. Fingertip roll by Garrison for his 9th point of the night. Still a 2-point Lincoln lead, though, with 20 seconds to go, third quarter. Alice is working around for one final shot here in quarter number 3. Hayden to the bucket, can't resist that shot, lays it in. Nice move by John Hayden. He has 9 points now. Lincoln with a 4-point lead, 8 seconds to go, third quarter. Brunson has the basketball. 4, 3, 2. Garrison to the bucket, and good. That's the way the third quarter will end. And the score, the Lincoln Alice's maintain a 2-point lead. Alice is on top of the Evansville Reitz Panthers by the score 56-54. Don't go away. We've got an exciting fourth quarter coming up. Keep it right here in 60 seconds on Wabash Cablevision Channel 23.
Your local internet provider is Data Depot. Click your way through the internet to get up-to-date sports scores, business information, stock market reports, and more. So go online today with Data Depot. We build computers built to your specific needs, and we have the accessories to go along with it, like printers, learning discs for kids, CD-ROMs, and more. When it comes to price, selection, and quality, Data Depot is your choice for today's technology.
Gentlemen, do you know how great it would feel to receive a set of clean golf clubs for Christmas? Or a 96-piece Craftsman tool set? Or season's tickets to your favorite sporting event? Then you know how she'll feel with the gift of a sparkling diamond or precious stone jewelry from Joe Craft Jewelers, locally owned and located at 217 Main in the historic bank building. Joe Craft Jewelers, where elegance is priced within your reach.
8 minutes of basketball to play, and the Alice's have control of the ball to start quarter number 4 and have a 2-point lead. Cardinal has the basketball. Hayden for 3 again. Can he get it 2 in a row? Got it! John Hayden with his second three-pointer of the night. Great way to start quarter number 4. The Alice is now with the biggest lead of the second half, 5 points, 59-54. The Alice is on top of the Evansville Reitz Panthers, almost over the head of Brunson. He hauls it down, though. And pass goes to Atterbury. His shot won't go down. Cardinal goes high for the rebound. Gives it over to John Hayden. 7:20 to go in the game. Alice is a 5-point lead. Roth with the basketball. Hayden wanted to take the 3 again. Decided not to. He has the ball back. Cardinal left side on the 3-point line. Too hard, no good. Ball comes back deep into the hands of John Dearlam. He'll give it over to Brunson. Brunson, a devastating 3-point shooter, and he's in the lane. The Alice's fans want a travel call, but didn't get it, and Brunson got the bucket. 59-56, a 3-point lead by the Alice's. 6:55 to go in the ball game. Roth and Hayden playing pitch and catch around the perimeter. Now Derek Cardinal on the left side. Cleveland, Hayden, 4-3. Got it! 3 in a row by John Hayden. 9 points from three-point land tonight for Hayden. Gives the Owls the biggest lead of the night, 62-56. 6:39 to go in the ball game, and I don't know if you saw it or not, but Derek Cardinal was really pushed hard as he was going back to the bench. And you see the Owls' bench there, but Steve Combs trying to let the official know one of the Owls was pushed very hard. You see it, Hank?
Yeah, it was Greg Garrison came over, and he gave Cardinal a pretty sizable shove.
You see Doug Crook and now Steve Combs in your picture, and also Don Alstott trying to tell the official what happened. 6:39 to go in the game, 62-56. The Owls with a 6-point lead. You see Tim Young on your screen also talking about that shove. And hopefully the official will keep his eye out for it. That could be the start of a very physical end of this ball game. Owls is off the bench. Cleveland, Cardinal, Hetty, Roth, and Hayden. Now see the official talking to Cardinal now, trying to calm Cardinal down. But Cardinal wasn't the one that committed the infraction. It was Garrison.
Yeah, Cardinal was just on his way back to the bench, and Garrison was coming from the other side. Gave him a pretty sizable shove, and I don't know, Garrison, the best way to go about that is not to take cheap shots, because there's a lot of Alice's players you don't want to mess with. And
that's right, and Cardinal was one of them.
Yeah, Cardinal and Hayden are on the top of the list.
Here comes Graham with the basketball. Crosses the timeline with a pass to John Dearland. Back to Graham now. Around the horn to Garrison. Garrison drives hard baseline. Cardinal fouls him, and the ball does not go in. So Cardinal going after Garrison, and picked up a personal foul, but did not allow the basket for the Panthers. 6:29 to go in the game, and Greg Garrison 1 out of 2 from the free throw stripe. He's normally a 48% free throw shooter. He stands 6'4", 185-pound senior, averaging 15 points a game. He has 11 now. Garrison eyes the bucket, lets the ball fly. Got it to go. 62-57 with 6 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the game. Eddie and Cleveland down low for the Owls. Garrison shot up and good. Got it to go through again. Charles Eddie gets it into Mitch Roth with 6:25 to go in the game. Roth in Lincoln land now with a 62-58 lead. Eddie around to Derek Cardinal on the left side. John Hyde now with the ball for the Owls. Trying to eat up some time off the clock and work for the good shot at the same time. Good defense by the Panthers' Derek Grimm, and very wisely John Hayden calls timeout with 6:13 to go in the game. A 62-58 Lincoln lead. Be back in 30 seconds on Wabash Cablevision Channel 23.
Huge selection. Memmering Motorplex. Largest selection in southern Indiana. Your automotive supermarket. Quality selection and service. Just ask our customers.
I got the best deal at Memory.
We get the service that we need, and we're very satisfied.
When you come in the front door, everybody says hi to you.
It's always fair.
They have a big selection, and the people around here make you feel so good.
Memmering Motorplex, 1949 Hart Street, Vincennes, your automotive supermarket.
Looking good isn't good enough when you're furnishing your home.
When shopping for home furnishings to make your home the one of your dreams, shop Cannon's Furniture at 14th and Lexington in Lawrenceville, where furniture is displayed in room settings. You will love the service, quality, and variety at Cannon's.
Only the best for you from Cannon. Cannon's Furniture. Only the best for you from Cannon's.
6 minutes, 13 seconds to go in this game, and Charles Eddie gets an inbounds to Mitch Roth right in front of the Owls' bench. Roth goes to Derek Cardinal with the basketball. He'll hand it off to John Hayden. Back to Roth, fakes the three to John Hayden. Under 6 minutes to go in the game now. Lincoln with a 62-58 4-point lead. Hayden's pass goes down to Hetty. Hetty and Bradfield mixing it up underneath. No foul was called. The game getting pretty physical underneath as well as by the scorer's bench, and timeouts are called. Cleveland with the basketball. 5:40 to go on the game. Around the horn to Derek Cardinal. He'll fake the shot. Cleveland, and there's Roth's free throw line shot. Got it to go. Good jumper at the free throw line by Mitch Roth. His first field goal with 5:20 to go in the game. He has 5 points, 1 3-pointer, and that 2-pointer from the free throw line. Gives Lincoln again a 6-point lead, 64-58. 5:15 to go in the contest. Derek Grimm for the Panthers. Gives down low to Atterbury. Dishes it down low to Garrison, off the glass and good. Garrison now has 15 points. It's a 64-60 Lincoln lead, under 5 minutes to go in the contest. John Hyden, nice dribbling against Grimm. Cardinals, the pass to Charles Eddy. Guarded by Garrison, now back to Derek Cardinal. Dan Cleveland with the basketball down low to Hyden. Hyden has it. Nice recovery by Hyden, and a foul called underneath. Looks like it may go against Brunson. But that's only the 4th team foul on the Panthers. Brunson gets the personal foul. You see Mitch Roth and on the right of your screen, and John Hyden on the left. Now Derek Cardinal comes into it, and there's number 40, Dan Cleveland. 64-60 is the Lincoln lead with 4:45 to go in the ball game. Roth slaps the ball one time, looking to get it in. He gets it in deep to Cardinal. Derek goes high for the pass, hauls it in. Mitch Roth takes the pass down low. Cardinal now with the basketball, dribbles around to his left, almost out of bounds, hauled in by Hyden, now to Mitch Roth. Cleveland's turnaround jumper too short. Rebound Brunson, 4.5 to go in the game. He's down court quickly. Atterbury all alone underneath, puts it up and good. Atterbury with the easy basket for his 21st point of the night. 64-62, now a 2-point Lincoln lead with 4:10 to go in the game. Roth for 3, left side, too hard, no good. Eddy with a rebound, back up to the board, and good, and he's fouled. Charles Eddy hard to the bucket. And he has his 25th point of the night. Basket will count. He'll be at the free throw stripe, and he was fouled by Wes Atterbury. First on Atterbury. Charles Eddy, 3 out of 4 from the line tonight. He's going to try and make a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Lincoln now with a 4-point lead. 4:08 to go in the game. 66-62. Eddy, 6'8", 200 pounds. He's a junior. It's up and got it again. Eddy doing a great job from the line tonight. 4 out of 5. Lincoln again a 5-point lead. Lincoln led as many as 6 here in the second half. Ball's tipped to several hands and finally hits an Alice hand before it goes out of bounds. Just under 4 minutes, 3:59 to go in the game. A 5-point Lincoln lead. Bradfield ready to inbound the ball. Underneath, baseline left, gets it in deep now to Atterbury. Back to Bradfield in the corner, guarded by Dan Cleveland. Garrison against Eddy, double teamed. Garrison back out, Grimm for 3, got it. First 3-pointer of the night by Grimm. That's his 9th of the season. That's only a 2-point Lincoln lead now, 67-65, 3:40 to go in the ball game. Cardinals pass almost taken away. It's deflected, it's loose, and picked up by Garrison. Panthers down court quickly. 3-pointer by Brunson, got it. His second 3-pointer of the night gives the Panthers a 1-point lead, 68-67, 3:20 to go in the game. Eddy with the pass from John Hyden. Cleveland on the 3-point line. His pass tipped away, and foul from behind is Derek Cardinal, and Atterbury almost go at it. Clock stops, 3:15 to go in the game. 68-67, 1-point Panther lead. Fouls on Wes Atterbury. It's his second, team 6th. So one more foul, the Alice's will be in the bonus. The Panthers already are. But it's been a while since the Alice's committed a foul. Roth to inbound the ball for the Alice's, baseline right. Mitch has it, slaps it once, gives it into Derek Cardinal. Clock ticks down to 3:10 to go in the game. Cardinal dribbles a couple of times, now to Mitch Roth, around to John Hyden. Hyden saves it from going out of bounds. Cardinal now with the basketball, 3 minutes to go in the game. Lincoln with a 1-point deficit. And another foul called against the Panthers. Now the Alice's will go to the stripe. Good foul for the Alice's. That foul's on Matt Bradfield. Exactly 3 minutes to go in the game. 4 fouls now on Bradfield. Both team with 7 team fouls now. And the only man who has seen stripe action tonight for the Alice's is back there again. Shooting 1-1, Charles Eddy. 26 points on the night so far. 6'8" junior Charles Eddy. 1-1, got the front end. Good, critical free throw shooting by the Alice's. This has been the Alice's downfall the last several games to get into the stretch and just cannot maintain the ball and cannot maintain the lead. Hetty again, 2 out of 2 from the line this time. Hetty, great shooting from the free throw stripe, gives the Alice's back a 1-point lead. 69-68. Grimm's pass comes to the near side to Bradfield. On the 4-1 time now to Brunson. Good defense by the Alice's against Brunson. The Grimm. Atterbury on the far side now. Three-pointer on the way. Good by Bradfield. He has 27 three-pointers on the year now. It gives his Panthers a 2-point lead with 2.5 to go in the game. 71-69. Hayden on the dribble for the Alice's in front of the Alice's bench. Derek Cardinal takes it around to Charles Hetty. Roth fakes the three. Hayden takes the three. Cans it. Fourth three-pointer of the night by John Hayden. Gives the Alice's back a 1-point lead with 2:10 to go in the game. It's coming down to the wire. We said all along this is going to be a good basketball game. That's what it's proved out to be. Under 2 minutes to go in the game now. Lincoln with a 1-point lead. Brunson in three-point land. Now he's inside three-point arc. And a foul called on the Alice's. That'll stop the clock with 1:56 to go in the game. A foul called on Mitch Roth. It's his second foul. 8th team foul on the Alice's. Of course, the Panthers go to the free throw stripe. And that will put Brunson, a 79% free throw shooter. 68 out of 86. This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. Shooting 1-1. It's up and no! Cannot get the roll. Hit the front of the iron, back of the iron, and bounce again over the lip of the rim. Lincoln still with a 1-point lead with 1:45 to go in the game. 72-71. Lincoln on top. Cleveland now with the basketball left side of Hetty, right on the three-point line. He's going to take it out there. Decided not to. Hands it off to Cleveland. Now to Derek Cardinal. Cardinal goes to the bucket, and he is fouled. Cardinal foul by Atterbury. That stops the clock at 1:32. Lincoln a 1-point lead. 72-71.
One thing the Owls have to watch here, they can't have any turnovers, no turnovers at all, and they're going to have to hit their free throws because the Reitz, I'm sure Reitz has seen films, as we've talked about every game this season. Free throws have hurt the Owls. As Lafayette Jeff game comes to mind, free throws are going to come down to winning this game.
And the Reitz Panthers call a timeout with 1:32 to go in the game. Lincoln maintains a slim 1-point lead, 72-71. Be back in 30 seconds on Wabash Cablevision Channel 23.
There's two new faces in Washington, both champions of the liberal cause, lifelong Democrats, now about to face their toughest challenge. Geraldine Ferraro and Bill Press go head-to-head with conservatives Robert Novak and John Sununu. And when they meet,
Excuse me, guys.
sparks will fly. Crossfire on CNN.
Crucial free throws coming up here by Derek Cardinal. He's the only other man other than Charles Hetty to go to the free throw line tonight. Hetty done a fantastic job. 6 out of 8 from the stripe for Charles Hetty. And Derek Cardinal, normally a 52% free throw shooter, averaging 10.2 a game. He already has 12 points. Of course, all those come from the field. But Derek Cardinal at the free throw stripe. That Washington game, Cardinal actually kept the Alice's in and was a very instrumental part of winning that game at Washington from the free throw line. He was, I believe, 6 out of 8 in the fourth quarter from the line. So Derek Cardinal, we know, can hit free throws, and he has to concentrate strongly on these. Hopefully these two. Cardinal will toe the line. He's a senior, 6'2", 180-pounder. Off the front of the iron, no good. Hauled in by Brunson. Panthers down by 1 with 1:25 to go in the game. Grimm back to Brunson now on the left side. Long cross-court pass to Bradfield. Whistle blown before the shot was made, and a pushing off foul called against the Panthers.
They're going to get the Panthers on an illegal screen down there. I believe it's going to be Greg Garrison. I think they're going to give, nope, they're going to give it to, I'm not sure what the number was. Yeah, it is going to be Greg Garrison.
Yeah.
The moving pick inside. They've been doing that a lot. They called a couple on the Allisons there. But now they got one on Greg Garrison, and Cardinal will go back to the free throw line. And We'll see if Cardinal can hit. Hopefully he can. Minute 21 left to go. The Owls lead by 1. Crucial free throws coming up here.
So Miller has some height back in there now as Cardinal comes back down the floor. I think maybe something on the floor there at the top of the arc. I'm not sure what it is. But Justin Lowe has come back into the contest. So Lowe and Hetty both in there. Lowe 6'8", or rather Lowe 6'5", and Hetty 6'8", in there for the rebounding opportunities. 1:21 to go in the game. A 1-point Lincoln lead, 72-71. Derek Cardinal back at the free throw stripe for the front end of a 1-and-1. Taking his time, eyes the bucket, lets it fly. Nope, too hard, no good. Atterbury goes high for the rebound for the Panthers. They give it to three-point man Corey Brunson. Passes over to Bradfield, into Garrison. Guarded by Lowe, now double teamed. Atterbury, Bradfield shot too short. Hayden runs it down. Good rebound by John Hayden. Under a minute to go in the game now. Lincoln still with a 1-point lead, 72-71. Roth's pass goes to John Hayden. Hayden holds it out front. 50 seconds to go in the ball game. Hayden kind of pushed off a little bit on Grimm, but no foul was called. Cardinal now with the basketball. Oh, his pass goes out of bounds. Roth broke toward the bucket, and Cardinal passed it behind him. It's okay. 44 seconds to go in the game. Roth, or rather Gene Miller, up off the bench, clapped his hands, says, that's all right, just maintain defense now.
It's coming down to what we said at the beginning of the game, free throws and turnovers, and they haven't converted on either one yet, so it's going to come down to the wire.
Brunson's pass in the Grimm, now back to Brunson against Mitch Roth. Brunson dishes it out, long three-pointer by Bradfield, got it. Bradfield has his third three-pointer, and now the Panthers have a 2-point lead with 25 seconds to go in the contest. John Hayden into Hetty. Hetty hard to the bucket, puts it up and got the roll. Tied up. We're tied up with 17 seconds to go in the game. 74-74.
Watch for Brunson right here or Bradfield. Brunson or Bradfield to get the ball.
10-9. Brunson with the basketball. 8-7. Brunson still on the drive. Jumps, pumps, no good. Lowe with a rebound. Long pass shot by Lowe. It's out of bounds, no good. We're in overtime. We're tied 74-74 at the end of regulation play. So we go into OT for the first time this year, and we'll be back in 30 seconds with overtime. Keep it right here on Wabash Cablevision Channel 23.
All right, have you heard about Sega Channel?
A cable channel the whole family plays.
Jumps up to 50 super rad games on you each month.
All you need is cable TV.
Sega Genesis.
The Sega Channel adapter.
Sega Channel has mega new games. And if you know who calls you...
Call your cable company now to get it all.
Sega Channel. Unlimited on-demand play. Up to 50 different games each month.
For less
like
than
30 cents a game. They love saving money. And if you can't get your mom to call, there's always Dad.
Hey, I heard that.
This may be the second overtime of the season. We're not real sure, but we do know it's overtime. It's going to be a very exciting finish to this basketball contest. 4 minutes in overtime. We're tied 74 apiece. The Owls has picked up 18 points in that fourth quarter, and the Panthers picked up 20 points in that fourth period. We're tied 74-74. And a great basketball game here at the Owls Arena. The Owls and the Panthers tied up in overtime. For the Owls, Charles Hetty, John Hayden, Justin Lowe, Derek Cardinal, and Mitch Roth. Hayden and Garrison will go up at the free throw, or rather the center circle. Garrison has 4 fouls on him. And there's the whistle. We are in OT as the ball comes down and Garrison tips it after he hits the floor again.
That happened to start the game.
Yeah, deja vu. Hetty and Garrison going up at it again. 1 second ticked off the clock. It's up and tipped. Nope, Hetty tipped it this time to John Hayden. Crosses the 10-second mark against Grimm. Goes to his left in the wing over there. Holds it up now to Hetty, and a foul called under the basket away from the ball. And it may go against Matt Bradfield.
Yeah, they're going to give him a double foul.
Double
here.
foul.
It's going to go to the alternating possession, so Reitz will end up getting the benefit because they'll get the ball back, but there'll be a double foul called here.
Miller, you see him there just on the right side of your screen, not very happy with that call. Giving the official some words of wisdom. So Bradfield has fouled out.
That's a plus for the Owls because Bradfield was hitting threes down the stretch there. He had 2 3-pointers in the fourth quarter that really hurt him.
But Lowe is also fouled out. Justin Lowe's fouled out for the Alice's, and Matt Bradfield has fouled out for the Panthers. 3:46 to go in overtime. First overtime. We're tied 74 apiece. Dan Cleveland comes back into the ball game now, replacing Justin Lowe. Lowe had a good defensive ball game, finished the game with 4 points, but he had a very good defensive game otherwise. Clock starts to roll now as Grimm has the basketball for the Panthers, coming to the near side. He'll pass it to John Dearland. Back to Grimm. Brunson baseline corner for 3. Won't go down. Cleveland goes high for the rebound for the Alice's. John Hyden now with the ball for Lincoln. 3:20 to go in the contest. Overtime. Cleveland now with the ball. Gives to Hetty, top of the key. Fakes the shot. Mitch Roth around to Derek Cardinal on the left side. Man-to-man defense by the Panthers. Derek picks up his dribble. John Hyden now. Dan Cleveland. Hetty open on the left side. Got it! Almost 3-pointer, but Charles has his 32nd point of the night. 32 points for Charles Hetty. Season high for Hetty. And Lincoln has a 76-74 lead with 2:50 to go in the first OT. Pass almost loose. Now picked up by Brunson. He'll take it to the bucket, dish it off to Garrison. Garrison puts it up. No good, but a foul will be called on Derek Cardinal. The Alice's fans wanted a travel call, didn't get it. 2:38 to go in the game. Even Gene Miller signaling travel, but did not get the call. So now both teams in double bonus situation. 10 fouls on both teams. And Garrison at the free throw stripe. He's 3 out of 4 from the line tonight. Garrison, an 48% free throw shooter. First one's up and got it. Garrison pulls his Panthers 2 within 1, 76-75. 2:38 to go in OT. Greg Garrison, 6'4", 185-pound senior. No, too hard. Hyden is fought by Atterbury for the rebound, and I believe Atterbury has picked up a personal foul.
Well, what's good about this, though, is Hyden will go to the line for 2 free throws because every foul from here on out is in the double bonus. There'll be 2 free throws shot. And as we mentioned, free throws for the Alice's, it's going to make or break the game for him.
John Hyden is a 63% free throw shooter. Not been at the stripe tonight, but he has 4 3-pointers on the night. 18 points total. Hyden's first of the 2. Good. Hyden gives the Alice's a 2-point lead now, 77-75. 2:37 to go in OT. John Hyden, 6'1", 180-pound junior. Lets it fly. Got it again. 2 in a row by Hyden. 78-75, a 3-point Lincoln lead, and Evansville Reitz calls timeout with 2:34 to go in OT. Keep it right here. Be back in 30 seconds on Wabash Cablevision, Channel 23.
For fun and fitness, visit the Vincennes YMCA.
We're back with 2:34 to go in the first overtime. And Lincoln with a 3-point lead, 78-75. There's the buzzer. The Owls is still in the huddle, and the Panthers already back out on the floor. Here come the Owls. Gene Miller, his 16th year as head coach of the Owls, assisted by Doug Crook, Don Allstott, Steve Combs, and Tim Young. You get all those great basketball minds together, they're bound to come out with a victory.
You got to watch for Corey Brunson. They're going to try to spring him loose.
Grimm's pass goes around to Brunson. He's to the basket. No good. Hetty high for the board. Gives ahead to John Hyden now. 2:15 to go in the game. Lincoln with a 3-point lead. There, Dan Cleveland to Mitch Roth. Around to Derek Cardinal. Into Cleveland. He brings it back out. Sets it up. 2:05 to go in overtime. Cardinals pass. Ooh, dangerous pass. Taken away by Garrison. Taken back. Nope. Taken back by Atterbury. And gives to Grimm with 1:50 to go in the overtime. 78-75. Lincoln on top. Grimm with the basketball. Brunson in three-point land, now inside the arc. Dishes down low to Garrison. Shot no good. Off the glass too hard. Rebound by Hyde with 1:35 to go in the game. Overtime contest here at Alice Arena. 78-75. Lincoln with a 3-point lead. Cardinal in the corner now with the basketball, and he's fouled immediately by John Dearland. Derek Cardinal not been able to connect on 2 free throws so far. But he is a 52% free throw shooter, so he's due.
He needs to connect on at least one of these to make it a 2-possession game for Reitz. At least one of them. Both of them would be great. But Dallas need to hit free throws, as we mentioned here. Hetty's done a pretty good job at the free throw line, and Hayden did a real good job too there. But Cardinals 0 for 2, and he needs to step up right here and knock these down.
He's a senior, and he can do it. 6'2", 180-pound senior. Averaging 10 points a game. He has 12 so far. Trying to make it 13. Critical free throws for Cardinal. Got it! So now it is a 2-possession game with 1:28 to go in the overtime. Gene Miller stands up and applauds Derek Cardinal's free throw shooting. And the crowd really gets quiet. Almost too quiet. Cardinals' second free throw up and good again. Right over the front of the rim. Cardinal with clutch free throws gives the Alices a 5-point lead. 80-75. 1:20 to go in the overtime as the Alices fans stand on their feet and applaud. Brunson hard to the bucket, scoops it up, and cannot get the ball to fall down. And Brunson called for the foul. Brunson called for a personal foul with 1:14 to go in the overtime contest. Mike Adams calls Brunson over to talk to him. And the clock is stopped at 1:14. John Hyden will go back to the free throw line. He's perfect so far from the line.
Well, Brunson was, excuse me there for a second. What Brunson was saying, though, he thought he got fouled, but he's going so these acrobatic shots that nobody's really touching him the way he's floating up in the air. So the ref made a pretty good call there, and he gets upset and makes a frustration foul.
A very unorthodox shot, really. Lincoln with a 5-point lead with 1:14 to go overtime. We'll take a 30-second break. Be back in 30 on Wabash Cablevision, Channel 23.
It's here, all right.
The age of information.
It must be recognized.
Organized.
News. Comedy.
Violence.
Everywhere we turn.
Hold it.
Where is truth? What is real?
Information.
Hey, I need some help with this.
Working together, parents and cable TV can help kids learn the skills they need in the information age. Call for a free guide on how to use TV wisely and a free listing of nonviolent commercial-free programs. A message from Cable in the Classroom and your local cable company.
One minute, 14 seconds to go in this overtime contest at Alice Arena. Alice is a 5-point lead over the Evansville Reitz Panthers. As Hank mentioned at the front of the show, these two ball clubs could very well meet again in the regional action in Evansville. The draw is, of course, on Sunday, and by the time you watch this ball game, the sectional pairings will have already been drawn. But critical right now is John Hyden at the free throw stripe. 6'1", 180-pound junior. Cooley put the first 2 through last time at the line. He has 2 more now. One on the way off the front of the lip. No good. Hyden will have another opportunity to make it a 6-point lead. It's up and got it this time. Hyden 3 out of 4 from the stripe. Here it comes very quickly down the court to Brunson. Corey Brunson back. Lost loose off the arm of Garrison into the hands of the Alices. John Hyden's bounce pass to Derek Cardinal, left side. Under a minute to go now in the overtime contest, and Cardinal is fouled by Wes Atterbury. 58.9 seconds to go in this overtime, a 6-point Lincoln lead. 81-75. I guess they called it on Grimm as first. Atterbury was on this side of him, and Grimm was on the other side of him. A Cardinal back at the free throw line. 2 out of 2. And traditionally, Derek Cardinal has been a 52% free throw shooter. All those coming here in this fourth quarter overtime period. Cardinal up and too hard off the back of the iron. No good. 58.9 seconds to go. Lincoln with not a comfortable, but a nice 6-point lead. In OT. Derek at the line again, 6'2", 180-pound senior. Nice high arching shot. Nothing but net. The ball comes into Brunson. Brunson will stop in three-point land, fake the shot, now pass it back out to Grimm. Grimm on the dribble, guarded nicely by Cardinal. Grimm shot off the mark, no good. Hetty has the rebound. Dishes off to John Hyden. No pressure in the backcourt on Hyden. Now Brunson comes to get him, and Brunson is called for a personal foul. 42 seconds to go in the overtime. Looks like Lincoln may have the 13th win of the season. The Panthers 12-5. The Owls is 12-6. And at the free throw line, John Hyden again, 3 out of 4 from the free throw stripe tonight. The Owls don't put anybody on the sides of the free throw lane. Roth and Cleveland, Hetty and Cardinal back here, leaving poor John Hyden all alone. He doesn't care, though. First shot up and no good. 42 seconds exactly to go here in this overtime contest at Alice Arena. It's supposed to have been played in Alice Coliseum, but it wasn't. Hyden's shot up and good. Hyden has 4 from the stripe down the stretch, and Lincoln now 83-75, a 8-point lead. Brunson fakes the 3, dishes back out to Grimm. Around the horn it goes to Deerlaum. His shot won't go down, and it's knocked out of bounds by Cleveland, but looked like Greg Garrison almost went over the back to knock it out of bounds. 34.9 seconds to go in the contest. An 8-point Lincoln lead. One of the biggest leads of the second half. Deep comes the pass to Brunson. He fakes the 3, now dishes it over to Grimm. He'll take the 3 and got it. Grimm with the second three-pointer of the night, 83-78. Now a 5-point Lincoln lead. Knocked out of bounds by Grimm to the Owls. 24.7 seconds to go in OT. And Gene Miller wants a timeout, and he has it. 24.7 seconds to go in OT, and Miller calls a timeout with his Owls on top, 83-78. Be back in 30 seconds on Wabash Cablevision, Channel 23.
Rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, duck season. Fudzy, that was their cue. Sorry, fellas, but it's shopping season at the Warner Brothers Studio store on QVC. If you can't blast them, join them. Right, fellas?
Tune to QVC for the Warner Brothers Studio Store.
Just watch, folks.
24.7 seconds to go in the OT, and the Owls look like they're going to win victory number 13 this year. Be 13-6 on the season. Riding a 32-point effort by big Charles Hetty. Hetty's greatest output of the year so far. Great game by Hetty. Here it comes as the Owls will have the ball out of bounds. Speaking of big Charles, he has it baseline left. As the Owls line up across the court. Cleveland breaks down low, and Hetty gets it in to Derek Cardinal. Cardinal double teamed and fouled by Derek Grimm. Clock is stopped at 22.1 seconds to go in the contest, and Cardinal goes back to the free throw stripe. Derek 3 out of 6 from the line so far tonight. And mentioned earlier, a 52% free throw shooter. And again, the Owls are not going to put anybody on the sides of the lane. John Hyden over talking to Coach Miller while Derek Cardinal goes to the free throw stripe. Cardinal had 10 points in that first half, and he has 15 now, make it 16, as he puts his 4th free throw through the hoop. 84-78, Lincoln on top in OT with 22.1 to go. Cardinal takes his time, eyes the rim, lets it fly, got it again! 2 in a row this time from the line by Derek Cardinal. 85-78, Lincoln on top. Under 20 seconds to go, and a foul called on Mitch Roth. Grimm turned right into Roth, and Mitch knew he had a foul since that happened. 17.8 to go in the OT. 7-point Lincoln lead, 85-78. Very few people have left Alice Arena. They're going to stick around and enjoy the Alice's capping off the victory. Grimm at the line, 2 out of 3 so far from there. 3 out of 4 as he hit the front of the lip and the ball rolled in for him. Normally an 85% free throw shooter coming into tonight's contest, 41 out of 48. Grimm again from the stripe. 2 in a row by Grimm. Makes it an 85-80 lead. Hayden with the basketball. Trying to get it across the 10-second mark. He does to wide open Mitch Roth, to a wide open Dan Cleveland. And Cleveland is fouled by Adam Mueller. 9.7 ticks to the clock left to go. Lincoln with a 5-point lead. 3rd foul on Mueller. And Cleveland has not been to the stripe yet tonight. 58% free throw shooter. Hasn't scored yet. Looking to do it here at a crucial time in the game. His first shot up, and no, cannot get the roll. 6'4", 185-pound senior Dan Cleveland had 8 points in the contest on Friday night against Evansville North Huskies. Josh Barnett in the contest now for Evansville Reitz. Dan Cleveland at the free throw stripe. Second one, got it to go. Cleveland has 1 point from the line, gives the Owls back a 6-point lead. Ball comes into Grimm with 5 seconds to go. Atterbury long 3-pointer, no good. Hayden with the basketball, 2-1, and that's the end of the contest. The Owls has a great victory, an overtime win over the Evansville Reitz Panthers by the score of 86-80. The Owls has had 6 points in the overtime session. No, check it. The Owls has had 8 points in the overtime session. And the Reitz Panthers, of course, with 6 points in OT. Congratulations to the Lincoln Owls, improving the record to 13-6 on the season and dropping the Panthers to 12-6 on the year. Congratulations to Gene Miller and Doug Grip, Don Alstott, Steve Combs, and Tim Young on a great coaching effort to get the Owls past the Panthers here in overtime, 86-80. We'll be back with information about tonight's contest and look at games coming up, and also an interview with Don Alstott. So keep it right here on Wabash Cablevision Channel 23.
Wabash Cablevision presents the Cable Advantage Channel Home Show. Tune in every weekend to Channel 23 and view area homes for sale presented by local real estate companies. You'll also find helpful information on mortgage lending and financial services, as well as ideas for home improvement. The Home Show airs every Saturday morning at 9 and twice on Sunday at 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. Don't miss the Home Show, presented by Wabash Cablevision on Channel 23.
Hey, I'm Tom, and I want you to see the greatest thing on cable TV. It's Sega Channel. Sega Channel is a channel with video games you play. With Sega Channel, you get up to 50 different games every month. You can play every game as much as you want for less than $15 a month. So basically, it costs less than 30 cents a game. The variety is incredible, and it's a great deal for the money. Unlimited play of all the games, one low monthly price.
Call now to order and get hooked in to Sega Channel.
The overtime win by the Vincennes Lincoln Owls over the Panthers of Evansville Reitz. And with me once again is JV head coach and assistant varsity coach Don Alstott. 2 in a row, Don. Congratulations.
Oh, that's a big one. I tell you what, Reitz is a good ball club. You know, we knew that coming in. We talked about that last night, Dan. They have the inside and the outside. So, you know, it's a quality team. They came off, you know, victory at Terre Haute South last night down there at Reitz. So, you know, they're a quality team. So, you know, we were talking about the confidence going into section, I believe, last night. Now,
right.
This is a big indication. You asked last night. I mean, we were that close. And tonight we got the job done. I guess this afternoon. I'm used to the night games.
It'll be played back tonight. So
yeah, that'll be nice. But it was a big win for us.
Yeah, a great win, too. You held Brunson down. The big three-point man the Panthers had, you held him down to, I think, only, 12 points, I believe. Yeah, 12 points.
He's a tough player. You know, he's quick, and the kids held down on him a little bit. You know, we said basically for him, don't let him shoot on the outside. We knew he was going to penetrate the basketball. Right. He did get a few assists on us, but overall we played pretty well on him.
Sure did. We had 3 men in double figures, and Charles Eddy, I believe, a season high, 32 points tonight. Charles had 32, John Hayden with 22, and Derek Cardinal had 17. So a good effort from all 3 of those players.
It was a good effort. You know, Big Chuck showed up big, and we hit some free throws down there at the stretch that we needed, so that was good to see as well. You know, and like we've said, you know, many times before, Dan, you never know which guy it's going to be on a given night for us. We got a lot of kids that can score. Happened to be Chuck just lighting it up, and John Hyde, you know, he had to have the confidence going there. He hit 4 threes, maybe 5. I don't know. I remember at least 4 that he hit.
4, you're right.
So, we just played extremely well, and all the kids did well, and hopefully we can carry this on.
Yeah, and coming in toward the tournament time, 2 games within less than 24 hours, that's kind of a build-up and a practice for tournament time.
You know, we looked at that. We talked about that. The games turn around quick there. It's just the same way. The sectional's going to be quick. You know, if we happen to get a game where we're going to play on Tuesday, you're going to have to come back play Thursday and Friday. So, you know, same intensity and the same style where kids going to be a little bit tired, but you got to be ready to go no matter what.
That's got to be a confidence builder for you guys and the team.
Very much so.
Now, speaking of tournament, this could be, of course, by the time this goes on the air, the sectional pairings will have already been made. But maybe looking a little past that, maybe we shouldn't, but looking ahead to regionals, could this be a rematch down at Evansville?
Yeah, both those are very quality teams. You know, we hope to get there again. I imagine Evansville Reitz hopes to get to the regional as well. So, you know, I won't talk much about that. We got to take care of game 1, you know, in the sectional. So we'll see what happens at that point.
Speaking of Evansville schools, next up is Evansville Memorial.
Evansville Memorial, you know, Clint Keon, you read papers all the time on him. He's average, I don't know what he's averaging, at least 25. You know, but he's not totally a one-man show. They got the other kids, and you know, he's a great player, and he's the main man there, and we'll have to see what we can do against him.
Okay, now your JV squad wasn't quite as successful tonight as the varsity.
We were totally off sync tonight. You know, they put that press on us at 1-2-1-1, and we kind of fumbled the ball around there. We just kind of went to our little cave, I guess, and our defense, Dan, our JV ball club's got to score off the defense, and this afternoon we did not do that. I mean, we probably got 2 or 3 field goals off our defense, and if we do that, we're in trouble. And quite obviously, we're in trouble this afternoon.
But still, you got a great record on the year. What is your record now,
Don? 13-5, I believe.
Great, that's wonderful. And of course, the varsity 13-6. So, and 12 points scored by the varsity in overtime. A really good effort. You know, outstanding of being gone that long.
It was fun to sit around and watch another 4 minutes. I mean, it was
sure
a good ball game. You know, on both sides of the floor, both teams playing well, and thank God we came out ahead on those last 4 minutes.
Sure did. Congratulations once again, Don. Win number 13 of the year. A tough one, but a very fun one to watch and fun one to broadcast. Once again, the final score here from Alice Arena. The Alice is taken in overtime over the Evansville Reitz Panthers by the score of 86-80.